Tonight on Garage Time, we are going to go over the infotainment system in the 2018 Yukon Denali. It's an Intellilink system by GM, and let's walk you through it. So having a look at the dash screen, you kind of have your standard icons: audio, phone, projection, which turns into Android Auto, nav, video, which we're going to show you a cool trick about, your standard text, and then some apps that you can download. So we'll hop into it. If you go into audio, you kind of have your standard audio controls, XM, AM, FM. We hit media. There's our Bluetooth audio, CD, and back to Bluetooth audio. Go to radio, you have your Sirius XM, AM, FM, and back to Sirius XM. Kind of going to the next. Standard phone connection, it is showing the Pixel 2 XL that's connected via Bluetooth. But again, if we connect it via USB, we would be able to take advantage of the Android Auto. So back to the main screen. So this great little icon here, it says projection. If we touch it, it does say that the projection device is not connected. That's just another way of saying your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay enabled device is not connected. We'll go ahead and connect it up just to show you what that looks like. So once it's connected, the icon should change to Android Auto once it's recognized the device. Now this device has been previously paired with the vehicle, so it's not going to ask any of the permissions. We'll jump into it now. I mean, Android Auto is a pretty common feature a lot of people are used to, but just to show you the interface quickly, if we go to the Google Maps, we've zoomed out just to kind of, show what that looks like, but without giving specific details. And then we have phone, which I'm not going to go into because it's going to show our missed and received phone calls. Clearly, obviously, there's a reason why. Back to your main screen. If you go to the right side, Google Play Music's ready to go. One of Garage Time Mike's favorite songs is loaded up and ready to go. And then the last one is to get back to your GMC Intellilink. Alright, so now that we're out of Android Auto, if you check the standard nav that comes with the vehicle, something kind of standard, although when you look at the Google Map variant, it is a little bit more pleasant to use. One really neat feature that we have here on the Yukon is video. So not only can we play Blu-ray, DVD throughout the vehicle, but there are HDMI ports in the vehicle, and we've actually been crafty and added a Chromecast to one of those ports, so we can stream specific YouTube videos from any of our phones that have access to the Wi-Fi in the vehicle. So we're going to show you what that looks like. I'll hit video. And just like magic, your favorite YouTube show will show up if you're playing it on Chromecast. Now, that won't work while you're driving on the front screen, but it will work on the other screens. We also have your standard text-to-voice application, and then some apps that were downloaded. So if we take a quick look at the weather one, it will use the onboard Wi-Fi or LTE connection to get the information it needs. And same with traffic. Traffic's part of the Sirius XM package, so it's separate from the weather network, which uses kind of your data connection. This definitely uses the Sirius XM connection. And if we scroll to the side, you have your App Store, which are apps for specifically this system, settings, and then OnStar. So we're going to hop into the video function. We've switched up the sources. It's now showing the DVD, which we have installed. One cool thing to note is that the passengers in the back have the ability to select their inputs. So one person can choose to watch the DVD, the other person can choose to use the Chromecast or whatever else is plugged into the HDMI port, and with the wireless headsets, they will get the audio that corresponds to the input that they've chosen. So that's a good quick look around of what the system looks like. One thing to note is you can move the icons around by long pressing them. You can also put them where you find to be most convenient. This is the screen that over time seems to be the best configuration for the uses that we have, but it is customizable to a point. And one of the last features of the infotainment system, which really isn't part of the infotainment system, but it is a feature of the vehicle that puts a smile on my face every time and makes me quite excited, is this lovely button down here. And if you press and hold it, it opens up the secret compartment with USB connector in there. There's also a light. I don't know if you can see, but there's a light. So you can keep a lot of your personal effects in there, keep them safe and out of view. And another long press closes the screen. The infotainment system turns back on. So that was the overview of the GM Intellilink system on the 2018 Yukon Denali. Hope you'd enjoy it. If there's any features that you'd like to see in depth, feel free to comment. Other than that, that's it for tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.